when we heard Trump and his wishes, demands, it's clear that it's all about possession. And he has said directly it's all about complete and total control of Greenland.
Let's now find out the view from Denmark. And of course, Greenland is the world's biggest island. We know it's a semi-autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. Denmark's Prime Minister said today Europe won't be blackmailed in response to Trump's threat. And she also said she's receiving great support and has been in intensive dialogue with allies, including France, Germany and the United Kingdom. Let's now speak with Lars-Christian Brask, who is the Deputy Speaker of the Danish Parliament. He's also Vice Chair of the Foreign Affairs and Security Council. Lars, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
What is your reaction to what has happened over the last 24 hours?
Gobsmacked is probably a good expression. We feel, and I feel, betrayed, feel it's a farce. It's less than, when Trump came out, it was less than 3 days since there'd been an agreement with his number 2 and number 3, and our foreign minister about a diplomatic track, and then, 3 days later, that's not the option, even though he had his number 2 and number 3 in a meeting room with Greenland's foreign minister and the Danish foreign minister.
And when those meetings were happening, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and others, was there any clue that this might be coming? What was the sort of tone of those discussions?
Well, our foreign minister, he has publicly said that it was in a good, constructive but frank discussion that took place in the meeting room. He also concluded that all agreed on this high-level working group was going to meet in a few weeks' time to sort of iron out what the options were. At that time, it was still a matter of security and the protection and detection, etc. But then when we heard Trump and his wishes, demands, it's clear that it's all about possession. And he has said directly it's all about complete and total control of Greenland.
And look, we're just trying to work out what was going through Donald Trump's mind as he set these tariffs. Many people are asking the question, did the military exercise in Greenland last week, which was organised by Denmark, which was supposed to show that NATO could handle the island's security, do you think that ended up annoying Trump? Do you think that's a contributing factor to his thinking?
I really can't say what goes on in the president's head. So I can only speculate, and it could be, but also if this is all about security, then that is sort of flushed out when we show we can secure Greenland. And that's when he comes back with his arguments that it's all about possession.
And look, he seems absolutely intent on possession. I mean, what if he comes to the table and just offers a kind of ridiculous amount of money for Greenland? Is that something that, Denmark would even consider if it was an astonishing amount of money?
No, is the short answer. We don't trade people. It's completely... it's inhuman to think that you can buy and sell people. 57,000 people have their lives in Greenland. It would be totally out of the question, regardless of which amount was on the table, for Denmark to sell Greenland. And as it so happens, Denmark can't sell Greenland. It will have to be Greenland that makes that decision. So it's just not on.
And your foreign minister has just joined Truth Social, which is President Trump's social media network, to try and communicate directly with the Americans. Do you think that's a good move? Do you think your foreign minister wants to directly communicate with Donald Trump via social media?
I think social media has taken up too much communication and misinformation in this matter. But it's probably a good idea that our foreign minister puts forward what is the proper and real information so that we can get some of the misinformation out of the way. But I think Donald Trump runs his own show, and I have to put my faith in the Congress, i.e. the House and the Senate, that they will, or those two branches of governing U.S. Will put a stop to this betrayal that we feel it is in Denmark and Greenland.
And look, final question to you. It must be a very anxious time for you in Denmark and, of course, the people of Greenland. I mean, Donald Trump, and you can't take anything off the table. There is a possibility, I mean, we hope it doesn't come to this, but there is a possibility that Donald Trump might take unilateral military action and invade Greenland. What are your contingency plans and your thinking if that happens?
I find that highly unrealistic because the Congress will step in before that. If he does it without involving the Congress,
which he might do. He did that in Venezuela.
Yeah, with the argument that there was clear and present danger. There's no clear and present danger in Greenland at the moment. There's more than 1,000 kilometers for the closest ship from either Russia or
But with the greatest of respect,
China.
He is arguing that there is, and if he wants to do it, he's a man who clearly just does what he wants. What are your contingency plans?
Well, we have police and military in Greenland, so they will take action. But I just don't see U.S. troops with intention of fighting Danes and Greenlanders and the European force arriving in Greenland. I just don't see that.
Okay. Well, look, Lars, thank you very much for your time. Very good to speak to you. That's Lars-Christian Brask, who's a Deputy Speaker of the Danish Parliament.